Welcome back, Ferocious. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be talking about XL Fleet. Goes with the ticker PIC for the time being. I'm going to cover any new updates, a little bit of an overview of everything I could find about this one for the time being. If you would like to watch my previous video, feel free, you'll find it in the description below. Make sure to drop a like to this video to help the channel grow, subscribe, and leave notifications on. Let's jump right into it. I split this video and start with due diligence and then technical analysis. If you want to skip to the technical analysis, the link to that is in the description below and in the comments that I pinned. So, PIC. Really, if you want to think about this one here, it really focuses on putting vehicles currently to a hybrid level or a plug-in, and also being able to track the fleet basic metrics and emission reduction summaries, and also the XL grid, which is charging stations. So in all, hybrid, electrification of vehicles, existing vehicles, tracking, and EV stations. So moving on towards just quickly their presentation. I did cover this one before, but if you're watching this for the first time, I'm trying to give you a quick view. So XL will have around 350 million of cash to fund growth-based cash held in trust and PIPE receipts, an implied of 1.1 billion in enterprise value. So what's going to happen is they're going to get a lot of cash from this reverse merger that they're going to more develop into their portfolio of vehicles so they can electrify. So quick thing is that estimate from currently to 2040, it's expected to have somewhere around anywhere from 15 to 40%, depending light, medium, or heavy duty commercials for such hybrid or HEV or PHEV electrification systems. And so really, the two current levels of classes that they're going on for is class 2 to 3 and class 4 to 6. That is what they have existing applications for. Their future applications are class 7 to 8. And this is massive because refuse trucks, transit buses, tow trucks, and semi-tractors, we have a lot of those. And the idea of, let's say, perhaps Biden win gets us on after January 20th, he signs something with green deals or whatever it is, more of regarding green energy, whether it is infrastructure or basically putting in limits on emissions from these certain vehicles. Something like XL Fleet really has the perfect place in the industry to be like, okay, you don't need to buy a whole new infrastructure, you just need to have the solution, whether it's HEV, PHEV, EV, or FCEV, whether it's making a hybrid or electric systems, you can actually benefit a lot from that kind of solutions without having to change all your transit systems, all your refuse trucks, or even all your tow trucks and semi-tractors, although the first two are usually covered by municipalities. Now the next thing here is the comparison of XL Fleet for projected cumulative units sold. Now, they have a lot of power to get a lot of these cumulative units sold through electrification systems that are easy. Basically, production years are from now. Compared to Highland, for instance, 2024, and for the new vehicles, Workhorse for 2021, Nikola, well, other than the down-the-ramp trucks, they have it on 2024, and Lorston around 2021. So you get to see that they do also have a diverse base of customers operating over 1 million vehicles globally. So, DHL, Canada Post, NYC, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, FedEx, Satellite, the list goes on. Safelite, sorry, not Satellite. Moving on, so you have the OEM vehicles, and what they really do is they basically have integrations. So unique rapid integration of new hardware and software is it takes less than 1 month to integrate a new OEM batteries into vehicles, and less than 3 months to production, including crash testing. Quickly scaling across vehicles, classes, OEM platforms, and applications. It takes 1 month, less than 1 month, to develop HDV for new original manufacturing chassis, and less than 6 months for production. So that is a really fast adaptation model. And first thing is you have your OEM, you uplift your custom body, and then you basically put in an XL Fleet system. And some of the customers they have are Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, FedEx, and Verizon. Some of the OEM manufacturers are Ford, GM, and Isuzu. And yeah, the list goes on there. So in terms of the currently available vehicles, if you're looking at the fully plug-in systems, you have the F-150s and the F-250s. Now, when we're looking at currently available for hybrid, anywhere all the way to Super Duty. In developments, they have the heavy-duty trucks. Now, in developments for XL plug-in are all the class 4 to 6. So 4 transit vehicles, the Ford 350s, 450s, 3500, 4500 Chevys and GMCs, and a Ford F59 Super Duty. The XL Electric, that is a little bit different here. It's fully electrifying the system. That is also in development too. That is going to be massive. Now, they have positions all across the North America, and that really puts them into a nice lead there. Now, in XL revenue forecast, they're forecasting from what comes to be around. Right now, the revenue is a little bit small, but by 2023 or by 2024, they're estimated to have somewhere around $1.3 billion revenue. That is as well really massive. So, moving on. We want to look into their growth highlights, or sorry, their financials. So when we look into the financials, you have the 2019 actual. You're looking at 7.2 million compared to what an estimated of 2020 to be 21. Already massive growth. 2021, you're looking at 3 times that, around 75.3. And you get to see this massive expansion by 2024 estimated, with a percentage growth that keeps on hitting above 100% every year. Now, your gross profit, you're expected to be at least profitable by the end of this year, or for sure by 2021. That is as well something massive. You don't see a lot of profitable companies in the market. Now, a quick thing is that the post-money ownership is not going to be 100% from PIC. But if you have 1 share of PIC, you're going to end up having 1 share of XL. That's a new ticker that's going to come out. Now, the pivotal shareholders, they're going to be around 16% off the new pool. Now, of course, there is already existing XL shareholders, and those are going to be 70% off the entire post-money ownership. And this includes insiders, institutional investors that are ready with XL, etc. 4% for pivotal sponsors, and around 10% for PIPE shareholders. So, your only chance to get into this is around the pivotal shareholders, around 16%. That 10% is going to be probably a bit more at a discount. 4% is probably going to be around a discount from the current pivotal shareholder price. Nonetheless, you're not really holding the total value of 1.1 from PIC. If you were to look into the PIC's total value estimate, it could be, in some people's views, a little bit overestimated because you're only getting around, let's say, 30% from that $1.1 billion. Again, it's intrinsic value we're trading on. A lot of people are trading on intrinsic value rather than actual value. So, just keep that in mind. Now, the XL fleet expands electrification solutions portfolio to the Ford F550 chases to meet strong customer demand. And that is as well something massive. It's one of the first for Class 5 vehicles. And the new system was developed to brought market within 6 months to meet significant and growing commercial fleet demand for electrified F550 chases. So that is going to be something amazing there. That is one of the first for Class 5 to 6 and 7 to 8. And that definitely puts them ahead of time. We're proud to further expand our portfolio for electrification solutions with the world's leading vehicle manufacturers. The launch of the electrified F550 is a great example of XL Fleet's responsible business model, best-in-class engineering capabilities. Moving on, we get to see this one is a little bit a while ago. Their pilot program with essential utilities. The ticker for that is WTRG, and I did cover this already, but they're going to approximately have 2,500 vehicles of these vehicles across 10 states to be basically fitted with XL solutions. So the first thing we're fitting it in, XL Fleet hybrid and plug-in hybrid models, are starting in 2021. And that is quite massive because it really puts in basically approving to other customers that one of the bigger customers that they have are already using XL Fleet as a pilot for electrifying and making the vehicles into a hybrid electric drive systems. And once one comes in, a lot are to follow. Now, the post-merger XL Fleet, we're going to get the meeting to be on, I believe the meeting starts on the 21st, December 21st, which is tomorrow, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tomorrow we're going to be able to know more about the exact date. I do have an estimated date before, like when is this merger going to be going through before a certain date. But we have tomorrow at 9 a.m. we're able to know more exactly about the dates. Now, before moving on towards SEC filings, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing down below. Leave notifications on to help to to grow the channel. And if you would like to join our Discord channels, a server, we just discuss trading, charts, etc. all through the day. It's totally free. If you would like to join it, I think a lot of people will benefit out of that. Moving on next, what we have here is from Excel Fleet. That was basically regarding the votes that they have, and I do have an exact paper kind of format. There we go, December 21st, that is the meeting. The new ticker will be XL, and X for warrants will be XLWS, respectively. And the merger is going to happen before or by January 16th, 2021. Now, in all technicality, it could be January 1st. Or sorry, like whatever the date is. I didn't really check in terms of holidays. January 1st is a Friday, probably be January 4th, but it's by January 16, 2020 is the fixed date that we can expect more. Now, one thing here is regarding to the PIPE investments and a bit more of the reverse merger or the merger in general. The proposed maximum offering price for the security is around $11.50. So that might scare a lot of people, saying, hey, well, previously it was $10, right now it's trading around 18. It is perhaps a little bit overpriced based on the proposed maximum aggregate offer price. That's something to keep in mind. Now, coming in next is the technical analysis. So here on, we get to see a little bit of technical analysis on 1 week. Now, there's a lot of action in the after hours, so I'm going to focus on that a little bit more. But everything almost looks solid. It really looks bullish on the 1 week perspective. So that is a good thing. It kind of signifies that, hey, we might actually get a little bit of pullback on here. But as we get to see on a 1 month, 1 day, things look a little bit different. On the MACD, it shows, hey, there is a pullback coming. On the moving averages, it is in the trading action zones where positive reversals are likely. And on a 2-hour perspective, we get to see things that are amazing. Everything really went bullish. It was tending to be somewhat bearish on the last couple of days, but on the last day, it hit $18.20, which is almost a new high. New high was $19.15. So it really is hitting that massive resistance at $18.20 or 18. Currently supports at $18. Now, the big thing about this one was also it being mentioned on Cramer. Jim Cramer, I believe that's his name, on CNBC, so that really brought in a bit of more investors into this one. Now, when we're looking into the moving average band, you're looking at 1606 on the top, 1460 in the middle, and 1314 theory. It is supposed to trade somewhere within there. The stochastic fast and stochastic slow are both showing that there is a potential for another leg up. Moving averages looked somewhat below where the current prices are, but they're actually moving upwards, and that is a bullish indication nonetheless. Now towards Fibonacci supports and resistances. We get to see that the current support is at 14.99, the current resistance at 16.48, and then 18.38. Below there, 13.95 and 12.90 as a support. Now, significant resistances, we can quickly go on through a 1 hour, 1 month, and draw quickly the significant supports and resistances. Significant support sits at 1791. Below there, we're looking down to 1710. Below there, we're looking at 1663, 1575, 1542, and then down to 1475, and then all the way down to 1416. Significant resistances, there's only 2 resistances up, 1820 and 1915. Now, the quick question here is, Ed, what do you think is going to happen? Now, there is a previous picture that I did share, which is this one here. And I found that this is a common practice for a lot of SPACs, is that initial run up on letter of intent and then further increase as the date of merger is announced and the merger date gets closer, and then officially after the official ticker is merged, it starts to drop. And I do definitely think that this might actually follow this for just a little bit of time. Now, investing, I definitely think XL is worth investing in. But the question is, you want the hype a little bit to settle down. You want the dust to settle. Trading this one, I definitely think there is a lot of potential for trading this one. I think that it is probably going to be solid. It's going to see a lot of jumps here and there. But closer to merger date, things might look a little bit uglier. Sorry, post-merging date. Investment, I'm very bullish about XL. Just the price point that you want to enter needs to be good enough. Now, if we're looking at a trend line, this trend line here is what's currently playing. And so below around 1480, things get a little bit uglier. But I definitely think that this one is worth a trade and you can get a bit more money into it. Now, I do expect that volume to skyrocket on Monday. So you can trade it either ways, but I think it might a little bit see a pullback below. And if you were to say, hey, I want to get perhaps a really good entry point anywhere near this channel at the bottom, I think is a good entry point for the time being. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like. Have a wonderful day.